everybody, Coulter Brown here from the Northern Ag Network, coming to you from the Malt, Barley, and Sugar Beet Symposium in Billings. And today we talked all about sugar beets, and I'm joined here by Rebecca Larson, who's the Chief Scientist for Western Sugar. And Rebecca, raising sugar beets in the West, we need chemicals, we need herbicides to control these pests, but there's a significant concern for all farmers about something the EPA is doing with the Endangered Species Act. Tell us a little more.
So the EPA has been out of compliance with the Endangered Species Act for quite some time, and that's resulted in a lot of lawsuits. So the EPA has put together a couple of broad strategies, including one on herbicides, to try and find a way to streamline approvals and make sure growers have consistent access to the chemistries they need.
And so, as they're working through these rules, it's developing quite a burden, a potential burden that could go on producers in terms of costs and even liability.
Yeah, it's an incredibly complex problem to try and solve, and the EPA staff has spent a tremendous amount of energy trying to come up with a solution. But where we're at right now in the initial draft is unworkable. When you combine the spray drift buffers and all the erosion and runoff mitigation that's required, it'll cost the beet industry roughly $200 to $300 million a year to implement as drafted.
And so, what do we do? I know this is something that's moving very quickly. How does the industry engage?
Honestly, we've got to stack hands with EPA. They opened up the opportunity for us to provide public comment, and that's exactly what we're doing. And we hope to get constructive feedback from EPA to know what they believe is going to work and what's not, so we can inch forward towards workability.
Well, Rebecca, we appreciate your help and appreciate what Western Sugar is doing. We'll be looking for more updates.
Thank you so much.
For the Northern Ag Network, I'm Coulter Brown.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought. There always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. But it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Coulter Brown here with our Ag Market Update. We had a great turnout of growers at the Malt, Barley, and Sugar Beet Symposium in Billings this week. Lots covered from production issues to marketing to policy, and of course we talked about the Farm Bill. Who knows if we'll even get a Farm Bill here in 2024. House Ag Committee leadership has said they won't take it up until March at the earliest. That's because of the debate over the spending bill. For sugar beet growers, the top priority in the Farm Bill is protecting the sugar program to ensure cheap foreign sugar isn't dumped on our market. From there, some of the topics that the sugar industry is looking for is pushing for higher loan rates, allotment modernization, and improvements to crop insurance. Well, as we turn to look at our markets, cattle futures fairly steady this week. Did see a bump to the feeder cattle yesterday. Cash-fed cattle trade has been higher for 3 straight weeks. We're seeing steady sales so far this week. Live deals 175, dressed at 275. At Miles City this week, we saw steers selling 10 to 15 higher. 5 to 5.5 weights 306 to 320. Upper 5 weight steers 282 to 293. The lighter 6 weights 275 to 289, and for the heifers, both replacement and grass cattle buyers were competing pretty good there. In Bowman, 70 and 80 pound lambs sold 225 to 246, 90 to 105 pounders 213 to 222, and a quiet day in the grain market as farmers brace for the bitter cold temperatures. Tomorrow, USDA will give us their winter wheat seeding number. Average guess is for acres to be down 800,000 from last year, but some estimates have winter wheat acres as much as 2 million lower. Well, that's going to do it for this morning's Ag Report. Thanks for joining us, and have a good one.